The world's most revered monster is unleashed again in the epic remake of Godzilla. Your movie friend Aaron Dicer is here with us, this time on a Sunday, switching things up a little bit today.
Sure.
Godzilla, did you like it? I cannot get into this, but I know a lot of people love it. So
let's give it this right off the bat. It's certainly better than the one that came out in 1998 starring Matthew Broderick. I think the thing to really go into this one knowing is they honor the source material a lot more in this. Now that's good and bad because the source material is very cheesy, you know, it's kind of over the top, and so there's that element to it, but they also get kind of the heart of this big monster and what it's about, and so that's at least a good thing, I think, as far as overall.
So the monster does have a heart?
Yes. Don't you know this? All movie creatures have a heart.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter animal or human.
Right.
There's always something in there to root for.
Any element of the storyline then like stand out to you?
Yes, I really enjoy the big monster battles. That's what this is about. You know, you go to it to see that monster on monster fighting. In fact, the human stuff in this, although it kind of works at times, is almost a little too distracting from what we're really there for, which is to see the monsters. And that's one of the issues with the film is that even though the Godzilla stuff and he fights these other monsters called Mutos, even though that stuff is really, really good, there's not a lot of it. And it takes a long time to get there. It's almost as if Godzilla is almost a secondary character in his own movie. So that makes it a little, you know, tough to slog through sometimes. So when you get there, man, it's spectacular.
Get to the good video off the top. That's like a news thing, too.
Yes, it's called Cut to the Chase.
Cut to the chase.
Yes.
Is a good way to put it.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so the main character, obviously CG.
Yeah, they did a great job. The effects in this are beautiful. Godzilla is great. These other monsters are great. You're never distracted by thinking, oh, that doesn't look real. Or, I mean, aside from the fact that they're giant, you know, 10-story monsters traipsing around, you know, big cities, you know it's not real. But you look at it and go, oh, yeah, that looks really, really good.
Cool. Okay, so best, worst, and final grade on this one?
Sure, absolutely. Best thing about Godzilla, like I said, the brutal battles, and they are brutal. And in fact, our audience and several other audiences I've heard as well were applauding at moments in these battles. They're so intense and so brutal, and they're really good. As far as worst thing, I said hiding hero. And what I mean by that is just Godzilla's just not as present as I wanted him to be. I wanted to see more of that. They teased the audience just a little bit too much with that. Overall grade, I think that brings it down probably to about a B-, so still pretty good.
Okay. All right, flick number 2, Disney's newest live-action film based on a true story, titled $1 Million Arm. It sounds interesting, and you know me, if it's based on a true story, that means I'm probably going to like it. So, did you tell us a little bit about the story?
I did like this, and I think you would like this as well. It very much Disney has this down. You've seen it with the movie Miracle about the the U.S. hockey team. The Rookie was another one with Dennis Quaid that they did. These true stories, these sports stories that they take, and they have this really amazing way of not only telling a compelling sports story and finding good stories, but really finding that human element in it and that heart in it. Now, if there's anything about that they do, it becomes very cookie cutter and can feel a little, you know, sentimental. But if it works, it works. And I think this really does work at the end of the day.
So you did connect. You did connect.
Yeah,
emotionally.
I connect to these people. You know, you see John Hamm, you know, he plays this sports agent at the center of it all. And he gives this really good performance. It's almost understated, but you really feel for him as he's learning how to put people above business. You know, as a sports agent, a lot of times it's the dollar, it's the business, and he starts to realize that these people he is using, they're actually human beings, and that's kind of the heart of the story, and really, really powerful, I thought.
So would you call it a drama then, or?
I would call it all of the above. I mean, it's a drama, it's a sports movie, it's a comedy. There's certainly some humor in it. Even some, you know, I guess you could consider the sports stuff action, you know. So yeah, it kind of touches all the bases.
Cool. Okay, touches all the bases.
Yeah,
get it, right?
Yep.
Nice. Good work on that one. Okay, so best thing, worst thing, and final grade.
Sure, best thing, I said, and I haven't mentioned this, but best thing I said perfect pitch. And what I mean by that is the music in this is incredible. I loved the soundtrack to this movie, which is great because I'm kind of, you know, getting sick of Frozen. You know, we've had Frozen for 6 months now on the CD player. So
although you loved it.
I did, but the soundtrack has been overplayed just a little bit. And this is very Indian, kind of that Bollywood music, and it's really, really good. So I enjoyed that. Worst thing, I said obvious delivery. You see everything coming. There are no surprises here. You know where this is going. You know what's going to happen. But again, you don't necessarily need surprises if it works.
Right.
And I do think this works, and so overall I said a B+.
B+. All right, very good. Thank you, your movie friend, I should say, Aaron Dicer. More of your stuff at ky3.com. They can check out all the reviews.
That's correct.
Very nice. All right, be sure to duck. Jeannie Mose takes us on a road trip with some truckers in for a nasty surprise.